about to start one of my favorite things. We study life cycles, and we already had our caterpillars that turned into butterflies. And now we'll be working on life cycle of a bird. And this will be, I've lost track of how many years I've been incubating chicken eggs. A good friend of mine got me started, and it's one of the best, my favorite parts of the year. So before we got out for spring break, I got an incubator, got a new one this year. Usually I have a really old school styrofoam one. Read the reviews on this and decided it would be worth a shot. So bought it and made sure it got calibrated. For the first 18 days, the temperature needs to stay right around 99.5 and the humidity somewhere between 45 and 55%. So I calibrated it before spring break and then came in and got it plugged up and ready to go. This one has automatic egg turners. I like turning by hand, so I'll probably do a little bit of both. Those will come out at day 18 when we go to lockdown, but it's also got this really nice feature of a bottle that feeds into, there's two different trays it feeds into, but I only have to fill it up supposedly every 5 or 6 days. And then, of course, we increase the humidity when we go to lockdown on day 18. But this little turning spot right here, I can close it to give a little more humidity, or I can open it to get it a little bit less. Right now it's halfway. When we go to lockdown and the eggs start to hatch, I'll open it all the way for the oxygen. So in just a minute, I was going to reset it and place the eggs in the trays. So right now I'm just numbering them. I had 18 from 2 different farms that have roosters that are very calm and sweet. But as I was making sure that I was putting them small side down, you have to place them this way because the air sac forms in the large end of the egg. And when the chick orients to hatch, it needs to be able to hatch from the big end, from the air sac. So you keep the small end down. So I was picking them up to check them to make sure I had the small end down before I labeled them, and realized that 3 of them were cracked. So I don't know, and there were beauties too. I don't know if they cracked in transit, I kept them in the egg carton, or if they were cracked and I didn't realize it when I picked them up. So those we won't put in the incubator. But right now I'm putting numbers. I've got a B for one of the farms that I picked these 6 eggs up from. And then the others will just have the number. And these lighter ones should be easier to candle come day 5. But then also I put an X on one side and I put an O on the other. And because eggs are porous, I mean, they can get sick. So I wash my hands every time I touch them. And I only use pencil to mark them. Oh, that's a little bitty one. I mean, sometimes these that have, the ends are very even. It's a little bit hard for me to judge which end is the big end. I think I've got the big end right. Some of them, and some of these smaller ones I worry about just a little bit. The bigger ones tend to have a little bit more space. But these have all come from really healthy free-range hens. With one, each farm has a very sweet, calm rooster to protect the flock. So I'm excited to see what happens. Lots of different breeds here. I took pictures of the hens. I don't know all the breeds. The gals who gifted me the eggs do. So now I'm going to put them in the incubator. And I just need to be super careful.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see how this goes. This is my first time loading this one. These egg turners, we will place the eggs toward the middle. I'm going to take 2 of them out. I'm going to put this here because I don't want it to lose too much humidity or heat. So the first ones, I think I'll load. And I need to be able to see, I'll put the O and the X all facing the same direction so that I can check. So the one thing I like a lot about this incubator, the one thing I don't like is there's nothing holding the eggs upright. So I may need to MacGyver a little something just to make sure. Oh, that was a feather. I thought it was another crack on that one. Let me take this small one out and put a little larger one in there. There we go. So I think I've got all the O's facing this way. So there's 5. Let's try the O's facing this way. This is the only olive one I have. And what I may do is the ones that I need to candle, or that I know I'll candle them all, but it will be hard to see through these dark ones. 4 and 5. This is why I was trying to get the egg turner to straighten. All right. X, 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 X. Oh, I didn't get that set right. Go. Okay, so I'm loading my last 5, and these are a little small, so they're leaning. So I'm just going to cut a little bit of the egg carton and just stick it in between like a little divider. Might go back and do that to the other 2, just to give them, number 1, a little cushion from bumping against each other, but also just to keep them from rolling to the side, so that I can keep them tilted the way I want them. And I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way, to be honest. The hen will roll the eggs, I've read, 96 times a day. This incubator will roll them every hour, and I've been watching it and counting it to make sure that it did roll. It will just roll it back and forward. In the past, I've been very old school where I roll by hand. But this one had such good reviews, I thought I might give it a shot and see. Okay, I think fold this over to give a little more thickness. There we go. That should keep them all pretty secure. In fact, I like that so much, I think I'll go back and do that to the others too. So right now, I'll put this one in. Hate those 3. Did that. And I really could take one roller out because I'm only going to have 15, and this specific incubator will hold 20. I want the X side up. And we'll just, when the kids get to school, we'll, keep a chart of the X side and the O sides, and check it periodically for time. So I'm going to do the same thing to these, kind of MacGyver a little holder for them so they don't bounce around. So it just rolled, but I'm going to roll them again as soon as I set these in. So let me get my last ones, because right now it's set to day 20. It needs to be set to day 21 because we're starting. It'll be 21 days till hatch. All right, so now I feel like they're a little more secure. There we go. They're all on the O side right now. What I'm going to do is reset the top. It's nice, it's got these little grooves here. And now I'm going to reset. So you can see the temperature's dropped a little bit and the humidity's dropped a little bit, but that will come back up. And we'll candle them on day 5. to see how many of them are viable, because hopefully all of them, but you just never know. And then I'll candle them again a few days after that, and the ones that are not viable we'll take out of the incubator, and we'll just keep the ones that have embryos in them. So right now I'm going to reset to day 21. So to do that, I press the day button and this button here for 3 seconds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and so it resets now to count down from day 21. And if I want to turn the eggs, it'll turn in an hour from now, but I can press the plus button right here one time and it'll roll them to the other side. So now the X side is on that side, and an hour from now it will flip back to the O side, which is what I used to do by hand. I would flip X to O, and 3 to 5 times a day we'd keep a chart. But now this should do it for me. So we'll see. 21 days from now, hopefully we have 15 chicks. Right now we're at 89.5 degrees and 45% humidity, but it's been open. So it will come back to, I've calibrated and watched it close enough. It'll come back probably within the next few minutes. And when the kids come to school tomorrow, they'll get their first look at our new kiddos.